Things to do in Baltimore, Maryland. Hello guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Travel the World. If you want to visit any other country in the next video, then tell us in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Baltimore is a major city in Maryland with a long history as an important seaport. Fort McHenry, birthplace of the U.S. national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner, sits at the mouth of Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Today, this harbor area offers shops, upscale crab shacks, and attractions like the Civil War-era warship the USS Constellation and the National Aquarium, showcasing thousands of marine creatures. To find out the best places to visit in Baltimore, Maryland, stay with us till the end. Let's begin with the interesting and breathtaking places present in Baltimore, Maryland. Fort McHenry National Monument and Historic Shrine. Fort McHenry is a historical American coastal pentagonal bastion fort on Locust Point, now a neighborhood of Baltimore, Maryland. It is best known for its role in the War of 1812, when it successfully defended Baltimore Harbor from an attack by the British Navy from the Chesapeake Bay on September 13 to 14, 1814. It was first built in 1798, and was used continuously by the U.S. Armed Forces through World War I and by the Coast Guard in World War II. The fort has become a center of recreation for the Baltimore locals, as well as a prominent tourist destination. Thousands of visitors come each year to see the birthplace of the Star-Spangled Banner. It's easily accessible by water taxi from the popular Baltimore Inner Harbor. However, to prevent abuse of the parking lots at the fort, the National Park Service does not permit passengers to take the water taxi back to the Inner Harbor unless they have previously used it to arrive at the monument. Every September, the city of Baltimore commemorates Defenders Day in honor of the Battle of Baltimore. It is the biggest celebration of the year at the fort, accompanied by a weekend of programs, events, and fireworks. Fells Point, Baltimore. Fells Point is a historic waterfront neighborhood in southeastern Baltimore, Maryland, United States. It was established around 1763 and is located along the north shore of the Baltimore Harbor and the northwest branch of the Patapsco River. The area has many antique, music and other stores, restaurants, coffee bars, a municipal market house with individual stalls, and over 120 pubs. Located 1.5 miles east of Baltimore's downtown Central Business District and the Jones Falls Stream, which splits the city, running from northern Baltimore County, Fells Point has a maritime past and the air of a seafaring town. It also has the greatest concentration of drinking establishments and restaurants in the city. Fells Point includes a diversity of historic architecture. Flemish bond brick is used in some of the earliest homes, while row housing is prominent of 19th and early 20th century construction. Gabled roof buildings and Victorian homes are also interspersed with other housing and use types. This Fells Point waterfront is an upscale residential area and tourist destination featuring first-rate hotels and restaurants. It can be reached by water taxi barges, on foot as it is a very short walk from the Inner Harbor, and by bus or car. National Aquarium, Baltimore. The National Aquarium, also known as National Aquarium in Baltimore and formerly known as Baltimore Aquarium, is a non-profit public aquarium located at 501 East Pratt Street on Pier 3 in the Inner Harbor area of downtown Baltimore, Maryland, in the United States. Constructed during a period of urban renewal in Baltimore, the aquarium opened on August 8, 1981. The aquarium has an annual attendance of 1.5 million visitors and is the largest tourism attraction in the state of Maryland. Considered one of the world's best aquariums, the National Aquarium's mission is to inspire conservation of the world's aquatic treasures. It champions environmental initiatives by engaging with visitors, volunteers, education groups and schools to actively participate in the preservation of the world's natural resources and living systems. The National Aquarium delivers meaningful experiences through its living collection of more than 20,000 animals from more than 800 species of fish, birds, amphibians, reptiles, marine mammals and sharks, as well as through exclusive behind-the-scenes experiences like sleepovers and tours, science-based education programs and hands-on experiences in the field. Sagamore Spirit Distillery. Historically, Maryland had been a center of rye whiskey production in the U.S. Before Prohibition, the state hosted 44 distilleries, 13 of which were in Baltimore. Many distilleries never recovered from Prohibition. Even so, in 1936, Maryland was still producing 14.1 million gallons of rye whiskey. Those distilleries that did reopen were converted to ethanol production during World War II. After the war, few returned to making rye. In 2015, the Sagamore Spirit Company began construction on a 22,000 square foot distillery in Baltimore's Port Covington neighborhood. This was among the first distilleries built in Maryland since the beginning of Prohibition. The 5-acre distilling complex also includes a 27,000 square foot welcome and processing center containing a bottling line, barrel filter, dump trough, and 10 1,000-gallon capacity proofing and gauging tanks. It also has a gift store and 2 tasting rooms. There is also a full-service bar and restaurant, Rye Street Tavern, which is independently owned on the grounds. Sagamore Spirit was founded by Kevin Plank, who had previously founded Baltimore-based Under Armour and still serves as its CEO and chairman, and Bill McDermott. The company uses limestone filtered water that comes from Sagamore Farm. The famous Reisterstown Horse Farm is 22 miles away and is owned by Plank. The water is used to bring the cask-strength whiskey down to bottling strength. The Walters Art Museum. The Walters Art Museum is a cultural hub in the heart of Baltimore. Located in the city's Mount Vernon neighborhood, the Walters is free for all. The museum's collection spans more than 7 millennia, from 5000 BCE to the 21st century, and encompasses 36,000 objects from around the world. Walking through the museum's historic buildings, visitors encounter a stunning panorama of thousands of years of art, from romantic 19th-century images of French gardens to mesmerizing Ethiopian icons, richly illuminated Qurans and Gospel books, ancient Roman sarcophagi, and serene images of the Buddha. The Walters' mission has been to bring art and people together, and to create a place where people of every background can be touched by art. Admission to the museum and special exhibitions is always free. The Walters Art Museum, located in Mount Vernon Belvedere, Baltimore, Maryland, United States, is a public art museum founded and opened in 1934. It holds collections established during the mid-19th century. The museum's collection was amassed substantially by major American art and sculpture collectors, a father and son, William Thompson Walters, 1819 to 1894. In 2000, the Walters Art Gallery changed its longtime name to the Walters Art Museum to reflect its image as a large public institution and eliminate confusion among some of the increasing out-of-state visitors. The following year, the Walters reopened its original main building after a dramatic 3-year physical renovation and replacement of internal utilities and infrastructure. Inner Harbor, Baltimore. The Inner Harbor is a historic seaport, tourist attraction, and landmark of the city of Baltimore, Maryland. It was described by the Urban Land Institute in 2009 as the model for post-industrial waterfront redevelopment around the world. The Inner Harbor is located at the mouth of Jones Falls, creating the wide and short northwest branch of the Patapsco River. The district includes any water west of a line drawn between the foot of President Street and the American Visionary Art Museum. The name Inner Harbor is used not just for the water, but for the surrounding area of the city, with approximate street boundaries of President Street to the east, Lombard Street to the north, Green Street to the west, and Key Highway on the south. The harbor is within walking distance of Camden Yards and M&T Bank Stadium. A water taxi connects passengers to Fells Point, Canton, and Fort McHenry. As a central and busy part of Baltimore, the Inner Harbor has been the site of much political and artistic activity. The city is involved in ongoing disputes over free speech in the area. One early conflict concerned marchers for gay rights, whose permit was revoked by the city. George Peabody Library. The George Peabody Library, formerly known as the Library of the Peabody Institute of the City of Baltimore, is the 19th-century focused research library of the Johns Hopkins University. It is located on the Peabody campus at West Mount Vernon Place in the Mount Vernon Belvedere Historic Cultural Neighborhood north of downtown Baltimore, Maryland, across from the landmark Washington Monument. The collections are available for use by the general public, in keeping with the famous Baltimorean merchant/banker/financier/philanthropist George Peabody's goal to create a library for the free use of all persons who desire to consult it. The library interior is often regarded as one of the most beautiful libraries in the world. Completed in 1878, it was designed by Baltimore architect Edmund G. Lind in collaboration with the first Peabody provost, Nathaniel H. Morrison, that described it as a cathedral of books. The visually stunning, monumental Neo-Greco interior features an atrium that, over an alternating black and white slab marble floor, soars 61 feet high to a latticed skylight of frosted heavy glass, surrounded by 5 tiers of ornamental black cast iron balconies and gold scalloped columns containing closely packed book stacks. So, which of the following places you have liked the most and why? Tell us in the comments. Also, don't forget to like the video as well. Thanks for watching.